Hey everyone, it's JT. Welcome back to Work It Daily. Today on this episode of Help Me JT, we're going to talk about why applying to jobs online is so hard these days. We've been getting a lot of feedback inside our private Facebook group, which, by the way, if you're not a member, you need to sign up. Click the link below. We are the fastest growing free private career support group on Facebook, just about to break over 30,000 members, and you will find people phenomenal there. So I hope you come over and check it out. But this question's been coming up a lot. People are saying, you know what, it takes so much time, so much energy for me to fill out these applications online, only for me to never hear back. Why should it be this hard? I mean, in this day and age, with all this technology advancement, shouldn't be landing a job easier? And the truth is, in theory, yes, I agree with you, but in reality, no. What we have now is a system that is essentially broken through technology. If you think way back in time before we ever applied online, you would send in your application via email, via mail, snail mail, or maybe you dropped it off at a company. But these days, everybody's put up the barrier of applying online. And they use an application tracking system, also known as ATS. And that's why they use it, because they get so many applications, because applying has gotten so simple. All you got to do is fill out a form and click a button. So many more people apply for jobs that never applied to these jobs before. So you actually have more competition for jobs now than you did decades ago. And the worst part about it is a lot of people that aren't qualified for these jobs apply. So companies had to forcibly figure out a system to be able to weed out people that weren't a fit for the job. So they're trying to improve this process because they can't physically look at every single application that comes in, especially when you're getting sometimes thousands of job applications. So what they do is have you fill out an application, and then on their side, they're able to say, look, if people answered certain fields a certain way, then those are the resumes and applications that I want to take a look at. They weed it out. It's very similar to all of us when we get on the internet and we do a search. We might put a word or two in and get tons and tons of results. And so what we have to do is really get our search more granular. We have to put in more information to really hone in and get what we're looking for. Same exact thing happens to recruiters when they're going through all the applications online. So what does this mean to you? You spend all this time and energy filling out these applications, but the chances are slim to next to none that you're ever going to get a call. In fact, studies show recently that you only have about a 3% chance of ever hearing back from an employer when you apply online. So the long-winded version of this, the summary is, guess what? It is really hard these days, and you're right, it's broken. So what do you do about this? Well, this is exactly what we teach you at Work It Daily. This is something we've been preaching for a long time, which is to go around the system. You've got to get around the application process. And the easiest way to do that is to get somebody to be able to tap that recruiter on the shoulder and say, look at this candidate, kind of pull them from the pile. And that is why today, 80% of all jobs are gotten via referral. So what do you do when there are companies that you want to work for, but that you don't necessarily know somebody at that company? Well, there's a system that we teach you at Work It Daily for you to be able to reach out and connect with people at an organization in order to identify who the hiring manager is or who the recruiter is, so that your materials can actually be forwarded to them so that they go looking for you. They get notification that out of all the people in the ATS, they should be taking a look at you. And when you do that, you get yourself to the top of the pile. And this is how you can get yourself a phone call and eventually an interview. But most people don't know how to do that. And candidly, most of us aren't comfortable. That feels very foreign to us and a little scary, and we're afraid of the rejection. But I will tell you that the people that learn how to do this have incredible success, because recruiters know that if somebody's becoming referred, it's usually a better quality candidate. So I will tell you that this strategy works for people who are competing against thousands of individuals. It also works well if you are overqualified, for example, because most of the time they're going to throw you right out of the system. And so this is a way for you to get in there and say, look, yes, I have all the skills and then some, but I'm applying and I'm interested in your job. Having someone share some qualities about you will get that recruiter to pay attention to you more. It'll also help if you don't necessarily have the industry experience, but you have other transferable skills or qualifications, because once again, that person can refer you in and get that recruiter to take a look at you and give you the chance to explain that, while I don't have that industry knowledge, I have these other skill sets that you're looking for, and I'm still a really worthy candidate. So basically what I'm summarizing here, folks, is that yes, the system is broken. Yes, you're right. It is harder. I know you're frustrated. But the solution is to learn how to go around the ATS, learn techniques. We have social media, we have all these tools at our disposal that will allow you to get referred in to the right person so that your application is picked from the pile and you increase the chances that you get that interview and that job, okay? All right, well, I hope that helped, folks. Thanks again for letting me share this information. Remember, if you have a question that you want answered on Help Me JT, you need to join our private Facebook community, fastest growing career support community, all free on Facebook. So check out the link below. Make sure that you sign up and join us. And I will see you next time on an episode of Help Me JT.